Hey everybody, and welcome back to Stay Colorful. For those of you that know me, my name is Jonathan the Painter, and for most of you that don't know me, my name is still Jonathan the Painter. This is a little bit of time I like to carve out really just to make painting more accessible and to make painting fun and empowering, healing, colorful, a whole bunch of other words that are hopefully positive and exciting, and just kind of a way to connect in a more meaningful way, a more personal way to art, to creativity, and understanding how painting and that sort of thing can play a role in healing, frankly. So certainly has for me and certainly has within my process. And so as you know, for the last couple of painting episodes, I sort of like to start off by picking a word, maybe something that for me is kind of empowering, something I want to focus on, something that's important. And so maybe what we'll do, just because I don't know if you know or not, but I do love painting hearts, and I love seeing hearts. My wife finds the love and the hearts in everything. And so maybe our word is going to be L. I'll try to mix a bunch of colors in here too. O. And again, for the past two paintings, kind of been focused really just on two colors, maybe three colors. L-O-V. I think in this one we're going to choose a few more. I think we're going to go with the full rainbowy spectrum. You know, as much as possible. V. E. So we're going to paint a little love. Sorry if that was a little delayed. I was kind of making sure I covered all the colors here. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. We're going to paint a little love. But as we know, a little love can turn into a lot of love very easily. And it could just start with a colorful painting. What else? I really think naturally these colors go nicely together. I think they're just so complementary. And a little love can go a long way. And you know what? A little self-love can go a really long way. Because it's like, you can't take care of other people till you take care of yourself, I think is a really important mantra. And I think that love, it's just important to throw it out into the world. And I try to do that where I can. But it's also important to recognize the significance of how many challenges that we've overcome, that you've overcome, how hard you've worked to get where you are. And no matter what happens, to know that you're always going to be able to overcome, to power through, to heal. And my dad would always say, which is why I love to paint sailboats, and I think we're going to revisit, after maybe we paint love here, let's revisit this painting. This was calm, when we painted the word calm, and we created this little bit of this kind of, I don't know, ocean, seascape, sky. I think we're going to maybe pick up on my dad's saying when he was sick, and he would say, Jonathan, you can't always control the storm that rolls in, but what you can do is learn how to adjust your sails. And some of that just comes with being able to know that you've gotten through, you've gotten through 100% of your worst days so far. So, we're going to get through them all. We're going to get through it and get through it together. So let's start with this. And then I really think let's expand maybe on some color. So I'm holding the blue, cerulean blue. I just like that because cerulean blue and titanium white it'll really create a nice sky-like sky combination, especially with that opera rose, that pink color. Throw a little white on there. Well, I got the blue and the white. Put a little yellow in maybe. And right now, I think we just want to do a really colorful background. I think we just want to focus on adding some color, maybe a dab of orange. Maybe we add a little more orange in here, and a little more orange around here. Let's spread the color, spread the joy, spread the love, and give ourselves a background that maybe feels a little spontaneous and a little more abstract or unknown than some of the things that I would typically work on and we would typically work on So we have the red. Let's add the Opera Rose. This is the Opera Rose here. This is a really great color. I really love it. It's so punchy. I think especially at the end, the Opera Rose, white, titanium white, ivory black, like really give it the depth and the highlights and the punchiness of the color, which is what I love to work with. So I get sidetracked. A green. We are using a permanent green light. I wish when we were driving, all green lights were permanent green lights. But alas, I get that they're not. But this one is permanent green light. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. All right, let's mix. Let's mix a little. Let's get a little white going on this brush. Got nothing on it yet. It's like, again, a 1/2-inch brush. Very basic, very inexpensive. Got it from Michaels. I'm going to start to use different brushes. I think I said that the last few videos. And I am. But I really like these ones, and I have these ones. So I'm going to use up what I have. So I'm going to mix some of that blue and green. Do I go in any order or colors? Sometimes I go light to dark. Sometimes I'll mix. I'll pick like the blues and the greens and try to mix those up together a little bit. You know, so here, and then I'll pick up a little of the pink here. But at the end of the day, you know what? It really just, they all go together. It's very spontaneous. And if I need a little bit more, if I feel like it's getting a little bit muddy, or if the colors there aren't mixing quite right, I'll add a little bit of white. That white kind of breaks it up. It's like a palette cleanser. This is like the sorbet. Titanium white sometimes feels like the sorbet of painting because it clears your brush up while it mixes things on the canvas. And this is what I'm saying. Even if we didn't necessarily love what's happening right now on the canvas, this is fun. I mean, just being able to do this, you know, and like not get this wrong in life and then square it away. Like, this is why I love painting with people in settings, particularly in hospital settings, because that distraction I feel like is such a important one, a necessary one for everybody involved. Patients, doctors, nurses, families, random strangers, people honestly delivering snacks, bringing blood or files or whatever it is around to different departments. It's just kind of fun to be spontaneous, and you don't get too many chances to do this in your everyday life for a lot of professions and just a lot of situations. And so to take the time, that's why I'm just encouraging this. I'm encouraging you guys to pick up a brush, to pick up some paint, and just to be spontaneous, to have a little bit of fun. And then you say, okay, well, what's missing? What's missing in this? Is it feeling, I know it's ridiculous to say this, but is it feeling balanced or imbalanced? You know, do we add a little bit of like a blue in here? And really the beauty of it is we're just going to let it dry because we don't know what this is going to become. I had an idea with the first two, Calm especially. I had an idea with Calm, especially now that I'm saying, you know, adjust your sails and can't control the storm that rolls in. So when I do something like this, you know, I got a sense that maybe I'm going to do something with a coastal scene, sailboats, a lighthouse, I don't know. You know, when I do something like this, not that it has to be, but I start to see it's like maybe it's got some nature to it, or a vase, or a field, or I don't quite know, but it starts to give me a vibe. And when I do this, I got no idea. And that's part of the fun of it, is that really could go any direction or none. Literally, you could just be like, oh, you can get to a point, some of them like, oh, I could maybe potentially see hanging that up. And then others, I can't wait till it dries so I could paint over it. And you could literally, you know, add dots if you want. It's really whatever you want to do. You could add a line across right with the tube, you know, a couple lines across. And so it really at that point becomes exactly what you want to make of it. So, and then if you don't like it, you just blend it in, or, you know, you mix it up, or you let it dry and you paint over it, which is what we're going to do in the next video with our Calm painting. Is going to become, I think it might become an adjust your sails painting. We're going to have to, if anybody in the comment section before I make this video has any preference, whether I do adjust your sails or red, white, and blue sailboats, eventually I'm going to get to them both because I really enjoy doing them both. But feel free to comment on anything, or have any questions, have any suggestions. Honestly, I don't paint professionally, so to speak. I paint passionately. And so I'm always looking to learn and to grow how I work and how I use color. And I always love seeing what other people do. So until then, we've got this, which is really just a little bit of love. And don't forget to always give yourself a lot of love because you deserve it. And the world around you is a beautiful, colorful place. Don't forget it. Sometimes all you got to do is just remember to stay colorful. So until the next time, keep being you, and I'll see you there. Cheers. About your little book on Amazon. So I have a book on Amazon, Stay Colorful. Interactive art inspired by my dad and his cancer journey. It's got a lot of different paintings and stories. It's really what my dad talked about when he was going through everything. It really helped me get through it then, and it helps me get through it now. And you could scan all the paintings with this app called Active Art that I made. It's very cool. It's free. It's on the App Store. And it's going to be a springboard into a lot of other things that I'm trying to do. But ultimately, it's just a way of being able to grow, connect with the world around me, and just be inspired by all of the things and all of the people that have helped me get to the point that I am. So thanks for everybody watching this. Don't forget to pick up your brush. Don't forget to stay colorful. And don't forget to tune in because I'll see you the next time. Cheers.